Presentation of the following assignments for the students. Prepare a program for an informational meeting with local communities about relevance and potential benefits for hosting a geological repository for spent nuclear fuel. This presentation has been prepared and presented on June 17, 2015. Group 4: Katie Muma, Holly Hernandez, Monika Mazukiene and Małgorzata Frelek.
All right, hi, my name is Katie, and these are my colleagues, Monica, Holly, and Gosha, and we're here from SKB to talk to you guys about nuclear repositories. Are they a hidden beast or a golden egg?
Okay. Hello, everybody. Let me ask you a question. Why you think that geological repository is a beast? Why you think that we should be frightened of it?
Don't leave them, please. Point somebody.
Okay.
Nobody talks, point somebody. Yes.
Okay, from that side. Yes. Yes, that's true. Go on. Yes. We had the correct answer. We can go on. Yes. So every people get nervous when they heard about radioactivity. Me too. Let's imagine if you have a spent fuel repository near your place. From the technical side, I can tell you that today geological repository is known as only way safe fuel repository way. There are simple scheme how the geological repository can be placed. It will be placed far underground, and there are two simple ways how you technically can put your canister. Let's not go on in technical details. Okay. And to go on with, radioactivity is quite frightening thing, but it also can be found every day. All people get small doses every day from that sources. Where can you see? So, instead of fact, radioactivity is frightening thing, but geological repository can bring you wellnesses. So.
Okay, Monica told you a few words about technical issue, but I want to ask you to imagine some situation. I want to ask you to imagine that I'm asking you to hide this nuclear beast here in your neighborhood, and you say yes. You agree to bury this beast deep under your ground, and so makes it not so not so extremely dangerous anymore. So. What happens then? What happens? No answer. So we build up and operate a new repository. Yeah? Yeah.
No, I don't want the repository in my...
But just imagine you say yes, okay? For our purpose. I'm trying to perceive you that, yeah, not on the stage, but we will convince you. We are working on it. This is, you know, I ask you to imagine. You say yes, okay? Okay, you said yes. We build up and operate a huge repository. Yeah, it's an investment worth of billions of dollars. Okay, so let's see. You have here nuclear power plant, interim storage, hard rock laboratory. Encapsulation lab, and now brand new repository. It looks like you have a huge complex of very unique facilities.
Excuse me, what is encapsulation?
It's closing dangerous material in a canister. Are you satisfied with this answer? Oh, thank you. So you have a huge complex of very unique facilities. As a first in Sweden. It's a great reason to be proud of. But we are not here to talk about investments and prestige of Oskarshamn. We are here to talk about people, because the people are the most important issue. Are you agree? Yes, please.
Are you here to convince me that the repository will be placed here?
Yeah.
That's what you will try to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to convince you that the repository is for our safety.
It's beneficial.
It's beneficial for you and for all.
No,
people.
it's not beneficial for me. I'm
we'll
perfectly happy with what I have.
But we'll
already.
try
Next
to
slide.
convince you, show you that it will be beneficial.
Yeah.
We are just on the beginning, but on the end, we will see.
So this is exactly what I'm talking about. Why is this beneficial to all of you? So at the top of our little circle here, we're talking about the people. This is a unique facility that's going to create both temporary and permanent jobs. So there will be people coming into your community and growing it. And this is a great thing, but it also sets the ball rolling for a lot of other positive impacts for your community. What these people bring in is they bring an increase of cash flow. They're being paid by a company that does not earn their money just from this community. So the amount of cash circulating in this community is going to go up. This is great for businesses. This is great for taxes. This is going to bring an increase in tax revenue for the town. So with all these new people coming in, they're going to need new places to live. They're going to need roads going to these new places. There's going to be new infrastructure built, and the repository itself is going to need buildings and roads towards it. So this provides jobs and work for local construction companies to build all of this new infrastructure. Something else that's very beneficial is for the businesses. I mentioned the increase in cash flow. This means there's going to be a larger population of people needing to buy things, buy clothes, buy groceries. So it's great for businesses, and even allows entrepreneurs to open up new businesses of their own, since there is now a larger consumer base. And then the last thing I want to talk about is just general societal contributions. So these are new people. They're going to need new schools built for their children. They're going to have permanent jobs here, so when they get old, they're going to need elderly care. So this is going to be an increase of societal programs, and will generally just increase the welfare of this community as a whole.
Okay, so that was a lot about SKB and what SKB wants to do. But it's not just about us. It's not about the fuel. It's not about the repository. It's about you and your needs and what you want as a landowner, as a farmer, as a teacher, as a parent, as a child, you know? So it's about fostering relationships. It's about building a community. Now, raise your hand if you have or would like to have children. Okay. Well, they say it takes a village to raise a child. So let's imagine, based on our previous assumptions, that you said yes to this repository, right? And think about the people that it would bring in, the jobs that it would create for you, for the parents or the business that that would bring, and the opportunities that it would allow your children. Yes, sir.
I have a question, which is, I mean, what you're talking about is not really what is of my concern. You know, my family has been living at this place for 400 years. We are perfectly happy with the situation we have right now. I mean, I can understand that it is necessary to construct a repository, but why do you have to do it right here on my land? Couldn't you place it somewhere else?
We could place a repository somewhere else, and if that is not something that your people are comfortable with doing, then that is not something we will impose onto you. But before you say no, before you say that it's something bad, we want to make sure that you understand all aspects of what we have to offer and all the things that it could offer you. So while you may have had a perfectly good 400 years here, we don't want to disturb your way of life. We merely want to enhance it, right? So going back to the opportunities for you and for your children, it's saying that by diversifying the people who will be here, right, looking just at us, someone from the Philippines or from the United States or from Poland or from Lithuania, and saying that all these different people with different backgrounds will come here and your kids will go to school with their kids, and it diversifies the classroom. It gives people an opportunity to see different parts of the world and different things that science, technology, engineering, and math have to offer. You know, and by having SKB, such a big corporation funded by something outside of Oskarshamn, come in and fund it, that means that it's their people who will be coaching your kids' soccer teams or carpooling with you to school or taking your kid to ballet lessons or sponsoring a swim team. And those are things that take a lot of money, take a lot of time, take a lot of good people to be behind, things outside of just a repository, things that are really integral to a community. And it's those kinds of people, it's those kinds of things that you want, you know? Not just soccer teams and ballet lessons or money for swimsuits, but giving your kid a chance to see bits of the world that they wouldn't get to see otherwise, seeing something besides Oskarshamn. And by having such facilities as a nuclear power plant or as a repository, it gives them a chance to look into the future and to say, what are we going to do? What are our children going to do for the energy and for the things that they want to have in dealing with carbon dioxide emissions? And it gives them a chance to grow up feeling comfortable and knowing more about these things. And they may choose not to like it, but at the very least, they will be more informed than most people. So that when they grow up and they go to college, they have an opportunity to say, maybe I will study something in science or technology or something related to nuclear, or go into politics or go into business. But they'll have had the childhood and the fundamentals to have had that inspiration. And when they're done, they may have somewhere to come back and work. Because this repository and the things that it holds will not just be here for us or for our children, but their children and their children long after us and our cows and our farms and our shops are gone. So, if it takes a village to raise a child, let SKB be your village. Any questions?
Are you convinced?
I am a farmer and I have 20 cows. This radiation thing you explained, is it bad for my cows? Will my cows die?
Nothing will happen to your cows. However, if you are a landowner, researching where we would build the repository and understanding the land means that there would be a chance that we'd have to communicate with you about digging holes or dealing with your cows or looking at the land. So there would be more interaction with you as a landowner.
Okay, so if my cows die, will you pay for them?
We can talk about what would happen if something that we did would cause harm to your cows, because we don't want anything bad to happen to them.
Okay, any questions from the audience? Yes, Anna. Oh.
Thank you. Judges, I guess?
Okay, Tommy, please.
Good. Thank you for your presentation. It was a nice opening with the golden egg and the dragon, to see that. And it's an interesting to focus only on benefits and to avoid talking about any risks at all. It's a new way to look at this one. So, but thank you. It was very interesting.
Yeah, I thought as the format, this was the initial meeting with the public, that you really stressed the benefits, and you did an excellent job of that. I was quite impressed with that. The beginning was a little rough because, again, you started right off into repositories and technical information, and again, you might have lost your audience in the first 5 minutes because they don't know what you're talking about. One thing that I think Peter was bringing up, and Holly came back to it, is trying to get the public to understand, why should they care? If they can get electricity now and the wastes are taken care of miles away, fine, let someone else worry about it. That you want to perhaps appeal to their nationality, their sense of community, that we all own the waste. We all have a responsibility for dealing with it safely and in an environmental benign way. That might be a way of, you know, promoting or giving an introduction, is that we're all in this together, whether it's here, there, or there. One other thing is maybe soften it up a little bit. Don't say would be, more could be. Sort of give them the option of backing out. You know, you want to do this in steps, softly. So that's it. Other than that, great job, ladies.
Yes, it was good. It started as sales meeting, but it ended in communication. It was really well managed in such a case. I wasn't that impressed from the beginning by all the benefits that you were listing. It's once again coming back to the how to say, comparison to the banking situation where people promise you a lot of things and you know, yes, good for me but better for them. But at the end, really, when you came to picking all of these issues, and then you got more, how to say, you got more personal into the situation as such. That made the difference. And also, I think that there is probably a good potential for a coming politician, don't you?
Okay, I have two comments. Holly, you will not be a nuclear, you will be either politician or journalist one day. That I'm pretty sure about that, by the way, that you will go with your convincing way. Actually, this is rather a hint to the next group, so I am a little bit surprised, but you are young maybe, but when you are getting the issue about why here, what is the benefit, you never refer to the certain events in the history. For example, it could be a good, there is a big opposition to build a bridge between Öland and Oskarshamn in some communities. There was a big opposition, for example, everybody knows now it's fantastic business actually for everybody. I remember when the Augusta reactor was started, there was some protests actually, but there were even bigger protests when they shut down the reactor because the people realized that it was a nice and clean. It was shut down of different reasons than that. And maybe they are events in your history also. People are first protesting, and after being still in Sweden didn't want to introduce actually giving also examples from the other technologies. When people are, you could make a reference to the so-called Luddist movement in UK when people were actually destroying the steam engines because they were taking away their hardware. But after some time, everybody realized that it was kind of the progress in that. So you can put this perspective also into that. But otherwise, very convincing, as I say. Pretty good communicative way. So thank you very much.